Hello, Exiles, and here we are looking forward to the game on Saturday with as much enthusiasm as a trip to the dentist. Hopes were relatively high for Barrow at the start of the season after the second half of last season when Andy Wing came in and steadied the ship and managed to produce near enough playoff form. Um, that optimism was tempered slightly by the fact that we had a huge turnover in terms of squad personnel over the summer. I think we had 18 new signings. So we all recognise that we'd need to give the kind of new look squad a bit of time this season. And our start to the season was blighted by a kind of a big injury crisis. So at times we were struggling to fill the bench. And we've not really established kind of a good rhythm or a good identity this season. We're still waiting for all the pieces of the jigsaw to fit together properly. Our player of the season so far has probably been our goalkeeper, Will Stanway. He took over the gloves from established keeper Paul Farman at the back end of last season, and he's really come on leaps and bounds. He produced some absolutely fantastic performances, notably Walsall away, where I think he pulled out more saves than any other League Two goalkeeper this season, and he's attracting a lot of attention from higher up the pyramid, and I think we'll be tested by quite a few bids for him in the January window. Hopefully we can keep hold of him for the rest of the season, but obviously being a League Two team, your assets tend to depart up the pyramid if you've got anything about them. Tactically, we tend to be three centre halves, wing backs, two deep line midfielders. We usually play with a lone central striker, and by and large this season he's been supported by two advanced midfielders, although on Saturday that was more kind of two wide attackers. The shape on Saturday kind of fell apart after about 20 minutes, and the attackers were becoming deeper and deeper, and it was becoming a bit of a mess. So it'll be interesting to see what we do on Saturday and how we approach things. By and large, tactically, shape-wise, we have been quite solid. It's just getting that cutting edge up front that's been our problem, as you can tell if you look at the goals for column in the league table. Teams that have impressed me this season, I would say that probably the best performance against us was Walsall when we actually went down to their place and beat them. As I say, Stanway pulled out a world-class performance in nets, and we rode our luck at times. But in terms of kind of possession and shots on target and chances created, Walsall absolutely dominated us. If you look at the stats, Grimsby looked a decent side in parts. I think Swindon looked all right as well. But as I say, apart from Walsall, I don't think anyone's done a full 90-minute domination job on us so far this season. And at the other end of the scale, I wasn't too impressed by Crewe. We beat them at home. We beat Notts as well. And I think at the end of that game, their fans were calling for their manager's head, which has probably subsided now they're back in the playoffs. And also, we had a fairly comfortable win down at Colchester. And obviously, since then, they've put together a run of form and are heading towards the playoffs themselves. So, yeah, looking forward to Saturday. Not really. The pessimism in me says that it'll be a 1-0 win for you guys with Jed Garner, our ex-striker, notching the goal. But I really do think that whilst it's not a must-win game for us at the minute, it certainly must not lose.